San Francisco, home of the first free suspension bridge in the world. Hundreds of tons of steel that have survived the elements and the passage of time, thanks to the men that care for it day and night. And the cable car, kept running through impossible geography by miles of underground cable for over a century. These are monuments to men's ingenuity and dedication. Only 90 miles from this impressive city, we find another example of man's dedication to uniqueness, excellence, and lasting quality. Some of the most exclusive and innovative leather hats in the world have been created here in Santa Cruz County, California. Gary Watrous, founder and owner of HeadnHome, has been designing and creating leather hats for over 20 years and has earned the reputation of being an authority in the properties of leather, its natural beauty, shapeability, durability, and best ways to clean and maintain it in good shape. In fact, Gary Watrous has created unique designs that use a wide array of lighter weight leathers and has developed exclusive impregnation techniques that give his innovative designs a comfortable fit difficult to duplicate. More importantly, HeadnHome gives its representatives and retailers the tools to keep their customers happy.
Hi, welcome to my shop. I'd like to take a few moments and show you some of the properties that make my hats very unique. The leathers I use in all my hats are made specially for me here in the United States. These leathers are the key to the durability, shapeability, and water resistance that each one of my hats has. In addition to this leather, I search the world over for fine leathers of all types to trim and embellish each hat. Each hat is cut, stitched, formed, treated, and shaped by hand to get that custom, one-of-a-kind look. The styling I have created also serves to provide a distinctly comfortable fit for virtually any size or shape of head. The hat leathers I use do not require the traditional sweatband for protection. In fact, they're cooler and have a very comfortable fit without a band. Another unique property of my hats is their great shapeability. The impregnation I've put into the leathers not only makes them water resistant, but allows you to shape them in any way you'd like. Let me demonstrate on this out front. As you can see, if you just put plain water on the hat, it just beads off. Will not soak in whatsoever. But if I spray it with my spray and shape solution, it soaks right into the leather. Now to shape it how we want, we would spray it and wet it thoroughly wherever we would like to change the shape. So here I'm wetting both sides of the hat. Now I will give this a nice curl up here. If I want this nice dramatic roll, this is how I do it. Now as it dries, I can fine-tune the shape. And when it dries, it's back to its firm original temper. I want to shape the crown a little different. I wet it both inside and out. Go ahead and just give it a nice pinch. Work the leathers. Don't be afraid of it. You can't hurt it. And leather's still wet, but as it dries, it will hold whatever shape we give it. And there you go, with a different shape altogether. Now the only limit to how many shapes you can get is your imagination. Don't be afraid, just try different ways of doing it. I'll show you now a few different shapes that I like given the hats. As you can see, there's many possibilities of how to shape these hats. Main thing is, once again, don't be afraid of it. You can't hurt them, and you can redo them over and over again any way you like. Another way that I trim my hats is with a wire around the edge of the brim. Now that's a little different technique for shaping the hats. You just simply work with the leather. The need for the alcohol and water spray and shape solution is not necessary. You just simply work the leather and form it with your hand and get it to take on the shape you want using the wire that's sewn around the edge. It gives a different look entirely. It's very easy to do. As you can see, it's really easy to reshape the hats any way that you want to. It's also really easy to size the hats to get that custom perfect fit. I've provided you a couple of tools to do that. One is my sizing patch that has self-stick tape on the back. You simply remove the tape, apply it inside the hat. Try that sizing patch on first. If the hat fits, then remove the tape and put it in the hat. If you need to make the hat a little bit bigger, you'd simply wet the inside of the hat with the same spray and shape solution that we use to shape the hat. Now you have a couple choices. If you just need a small amount of sizing, you would pull with your hands and stretch. Or use the more traditional hat stretcher, and you can get up to one complete size bigger. And once again, don't be afraid, you can't hurt it. People tend to think that cleaning leathers is a very difficult proposition. This is not the case with the leathers that I use. A few simple tools is all you need to clean off virtually anything that gets on these hats. The tools I use are simply a piece of fine sandpaper for the underside of the hat, a piece of coarse sandpaper for on the suede, a brush of any sort just to take out dust and anything that comes out fairly easily, and a piece of tape. Simple piece of tape takes off lint and dust and anything else that might get on the hat. I use duct tape, but any kind of tape will work. Now I have here a hat that has been through it. This has got everything on it from a ballpoint pen mark to sweat stains inside to heavy dust. And I can get all that off, clean this hat up like it's new. Now on the underside, I would use my fine sandpaper to lightly sand off the ballpoint pen mark. On the inside of the hat, if I didn't like the sweat stains that have gotten on there, I just clean those off very lightly with the sandpaper also. Any other marks that are on the brim can also be sanded off. Now on the suede side, I use the coarser piece of sandpaper and actually take out any marks that are on the leather. And then the dust is very easily removed by simply brushing with the stiff brush. Now once this is all done, I can take my same spray and shape solution and lightly go over the areas that I've cleaned, and this will even out and make uniform the color of the leather. You can also use the spray and shape to spiff up a dingy black hat. Give it a once over and it brightens it up, brings out the black, makes them look great. The main thing is I make the hats so they're easy to shape, easy to clean, and easy to size. You don't have to worry about them. They have a lifetime guarantee, so just enjoy them. Effective display practices can do wonders for selling our hats in your store. We've found that those stores that best sell our hats display our hats together, and this shows the quality and care we put into every hat to its fullest extent. We also have available for your help a HeadnHome hat mirror, a HeadnHome hat rack, and a waterfall display. We can be of help in creating this or any other display you might be interested in. Give us a call.
At HeadnHome, their #1 goal is your satisfaction. They respond to their customers' needs. They know that proper product knowledge is paramount to sales. And they provide the tools to help their customers increase sales. One of the tools they provide to you to complement your sales is their lifetime guarantee registration card you can give to each customer. And when they say a lifetime guarantee, Gary personally makes that commitment to you and your customers. If any defect in materials or workmanship ever surfaces on one of his hats, Gary will repair or replace it at no charge.
And now I'd like to invite you to come see my HeadnHome collection. And remember, you don't have to have a horse or buy a ranch to buy a HeadnHome hat.
HeadnHome is the place for excellence in leather hat design and craftsmanship. Unique leather hats from the beautiful California coast to your store.